Paula from Long Beach. Sorry. Sorry, dear.
I'm going a mile a minute, but I want to tell you, I've been in my pajamas most of the day, a little bit depressed.
Oh.
I'm one of those teachers who got their hours cut. And, you know, it's amazing. I know everything happens for a reason. But I turned on your show and said, this is exactly what I need to hear today.
Good.
Everything has been, like, uplifting. So I went from feeling not so great to feeling 100% better listening to your show.
Wow.
My question, my question for Aiden is, now that the door is closing on teaching, I'm wondering where kind of the path is going next. Now, I've been taking a lot of classes in early childhood. I teach older students now, and so I'm kind of preparing the path to open the door to work with young children. However, my love and my passion for life has always been radio, and I've always had a fear of walking through that door to do something in radio.
Aha.
So, you know, I'm on this kind of teeter-totter, and nothing is balanced right now. Some things are up, some things are down. And I'm getting also dreams that are extremely vivid. And in the last dream I had, I was actually dancing, and just everybody was dancing around me. It was just this wonderful dream. So I need some insight into this.
Wow.
What do you feel that the dancing in your dream is telling you?
You know, the dancing felt so good that I believe the dancing meant freedom. It
Exactly.
Had to mean
Good
something about
times.
freedom.
Mm-hmm. That's your goddess energy right there,
Well,
too.
and we can look at the teaching hours shifting as an opportunity that's forcing you to look at your life and look where you want to go.
I like that.
And start making the steps happen. Now, whether it's radio or it's older kids or younger kids, it can be any of it. It can be all of it. You can integrate all of it if you wish. It's just making it happen. It's putting one foot in front of the other, step by step, and figuring the ways to make it happen. And if we get quiet again, like you did in your dream and danced, you know that you can make that happen.
Okay.
Well, you know what? There's a large need out there for conscious babysitters. Conscious daycare, conscious child care,
right.
conscious care of children with somebody who is enthusiastic and about education. And I know this because I have a 6-year-old and I've looked for this for a long time. And, you know, it's definitely, as a parent, if you have to work or continue in a career, you want to know that your child is with the next best person possible, that it's going to give that child everything you would want to give them, right?
Exactly.
So, I mean, it sounds like you have a level of consciousness and an education background and your experience in early childhood. There's the marketability for you right there.
Oh, Lisa, thank you so much.
All right.
And thank you for the show today. It got me out of my pajamas.
Good.
It got me in a great space.
Great.
And I love your show, and thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. Wow, she's got a lot of energy.
Yeah, that's
a lot
wonderful.
Of fun. All right, take care.
She'll make it happen.
Yeah, she absolutely will. All right, going back to the phones here. Aiden Chase, by the way, is my guest. He is a third-generation healer and an intuitive, and we're helping people on the phone lines right now. Stephen from Covina. Hey, Stephen, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Great. Thanks for your call. You have a question for Aiden Chase?
Yes. I have a really hard time trying to move forward and creating a new path in life. I find it very difficult to not have a self-defeating mindset of, breaking things down before they even happen.
Oh,
Right.
You're speaking for a lot of people. Yeah.
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 And I wanted to know if there's anything I can do to really channel my energy to open new paths without destroying them.
Well, it's really believing and acknowledging that you are 100%. And I think a lot of society, religions, people try to tell us, or we feel the sense that somehow we're not as bright as we were or should be. But I believe that we're all born 100% light. And you know, when you hold a baby or a puppy and you get that swell up feeling like, oh, wow, it's so pure, it's so amazing. Well, I believe we all have that same amount of light. For some reason, we've just kind of been brainwashed to think that we get damaged or we're damaged goods or we can't do things. But I believe by just the simple task of acknowledging that you are that 100% of light, that spark that makes our heart beat, that energy that makes a baby, grow and become a human being, that is us. That's that connection to the entire universe, the oneness of all that we are. And by remembering that, acknowledging that, and looking to the beautiful, bright future versus what hasn't happened or what the past is, that's when we make the commitment or shift or change to make that start opening up for ourselves. And I think just that one switch of believing that that light is you, just that one switch, that things should start opening in a domino effect. I believe that for you. I think more than you realize, you have that spectacular innate ability within you to make that happen.
Does that make sense? Does that make sense to you, Stephen?
It does, and it's very difficult to continuously grasp the idea. It's nice to hear someone actually put those ideas into words.
Right. Well, it's about accepting and making that commitment to changing that thought from fear of, oh, what might not happen or what could happen to, oh, I'm in love with this, and the love will make this open up.
So completely embracing and accepting.
And embracing that light within you, that you have all this beauty and wisdom to offer from your life path, and you can spread that out. What a most amazing thing to have that opportunity to do, and you're right at that precipice point to make that happen.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
My pleasure.
All right. Stay in that place of possibility, Stephen. Also, I wanted to ask you, Aiden, about you're building an eco-village.
Yes.
And I didn't even get to talk to you about that yet.
So exciting.
What is that?
We're in the development phases. What it is, it's an eco-village, and it was actually kind of a channeled message that appeared in my head almost like an email file, and in it, from the universe, contained thousands of bits of information, sizes and floor plans and locations and colors and all the things that would make the eco-village happen. And what it is it's a catalyst for change. It's to teach people or remind people to how to be a community, how to live sustainably, how to create a life for themselves that is whole and sustainable. So it's going to have 15 houses, all modernist, amazing prefab houses. And the concept is you can have it all. You can be green, you can be eco, you can be sustainable without sacrifice. And it's great that I'm so happy that the hippies and the hippie generation started that concept up. It just hasn't continued. And it's about rebirthing that, but in a new, fresh, next generation way.
Modern type of way.
Modern, where it's about you can have it all and still be independent, but come together as a community when you wish.
If you go to Aiden's website, which is aidenchase.com, you can see a picture of the eco-village houses and the plan there. It's really beautiful.
Right.
It really is a very, all glass front houses that are facing the ocean.
Yes.
And now, when you said that the angles that the houses needed to be placed and all of those details came to you in this kind of downloaded file,
right,
in your meditation, how do you get all of that onto paper?
It's interesting. It took a long time, and interestingly, some of the pages, if we would say, of the email file don't always open at once. I had a huge, big picture of what it looked like, but sometimes, a few months down the road, it's like, oh, we need to deal with this person and connect to that person, but I didn't have that information yet. But you can see how the information opens up. Now, we all have the ability to receive this kind of information. It's almost, for me, like it was handed from the universe on a silver platter, and I had the option, the free will, to say yes or no. And it was so exciting, so amazing, the change that can come and the fun it would be, that I agreed, of course. And as I agreed, each day, each week, new people show up, new things happen, and the universe is supporting it to happen. I'm kind of like the orchestrator to help honor the vision of it.
But that's a great example of following that guidance, that intuition.
Right.
I spoke with a woman yesterday. The same thing exactly happened to her. She was downloaded this information about this computer program that she then engineered in order to facilitate people's subtle energy fields matching to the vibration that they were originally supposed to be.
Right.
And
that's so cool.
Oh my God! The technology and the hertz and the everything is, the frequencies were all given to her in this channeled dream, and it really is effective. And the same thing happened to you. When people get this type of information, people, don't be afraid of it. Do stuff with it.
So true. And if it feels right, it is right. If it doesn't feel right, then it's really look at it and make sure it is or isn't right.
Do you think there's more of a portal that's opened essentially for that information?
Absolutely. I really believe, especially in the last 2 years, but mainly the last 6 months, I'm sure everybody has noticed how the 24-hour day seems short, that somehow the 24-hour day is really like 16 hours, and we're having to cram 24 hours worth of work or sleep into 16 hours. But at the same time, I think psychic information or these signs and clues are coming faster than ever before. I'm not exactly sure why, but I know it's to benefit. I think we've all raised our energy higher and we're able to access that more.
Have you heard that from your guides, that those are, that the information is coming in faster? I mean, we know from a quantum physics perspective that time is speeding up.
Absolutely. And I think quantum physics is just an explanation of that. But I think spirit is more available. I think, as they say, the veil is thinning, that there's more connection to the spirit world or the energetic world. And why, I'm not sure, other than we can handle it. And I think we're given what we can handle. And it's all positive, beautiful things. And so even better.
Yeah, I like that. No, I really love that. And I also love that you're here in Los Angeles. This is where you live. This is where you help people. Ask you about a book that you're working on. What is it? Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yes, I've been working a long time. It's really my journey of becoming a healer as an occupation. I think I've always had the ability, but I've agreed at one point, and when I was really sick for several years, and I had kidney failure and all these things, and it was me not acknowledging my soul's desire and intention or my mission. And when I agreed, I went to healers, I went to psychics, and I was looking for the answer to how to heal myself. And I figured out, with the guidance of others, but really within myself, is acknowledging that I'm a healer. This is my work. And when I agreed to fully do it as an occupation, to go out there in a public way and do this, that's when I got better. It was literally days and weeks. I was literally sick for 3 years that no doctor could figure out what was wrong with me. And, I wasn't crazy and physical things were happening, but it was about me learning great pain and understanding. And, I had a charmed childhood, a charmed life, and never really experienced deep pain. And this period of time taught me other people's deep pain so I could resonate and connect with others about it. So again, like you're saying, it was a great blessing in the end. At the time, it was horrible. But in the end, we see that steps what was required for me to be here today.
And so you now have embraced these gifts and you do this as an occupation.
Yes, yeah. This is my everyday. And I love it. It's so much fun.
I mean, do you walk into places and immediately pick up energy all the time?
Depends. It depends if I'm tuned in or I'm turned off. So I have the option to always do that. And sometimes I do. Sometimes I'll witness something and maybe I'll engage in it. But, if it's my time, maybe I won't.
If you're wide open all the time and you go to the supermarket,
crazy.
It
would be too much.
Pick up everything.
Yeah, and some people do that, and that's okay. I just choose to have my own time. It's like it's my work day, 9 to 5, and at the end, okay, I'm shut off.
I'm sorry, we have a board of callers left on the lines there. All you guys, call him at his office. Sorry about that. We have to have somewhere for them to go.
Yeah.
All right, and that is it for me this afternoon. Don't forget to join us on our teleseminar today. It starts at 2:30 with Laurel Langmeyer. You can go to theawareshow.com and click on the teleseminar link and get all the information you need there. And you can also, right there on the homepage, is Aiden Chase's info. Thank you so much. And while I'm committed to bringing you the clearest information possible, in the end, I always encourage you to listen to your own truth. Until next time, I invite you to stay aware.